Okay, we're back. I don't know what that was. I restarted my computer, resuming the stream. Hold on. Okay. Oh god damn it, we have to go through this again. Alright. Yeah, the headphones. Guess I gotta do this again because stream crashed and my computer acted weird. I wonder who the knight is, supposedly, because they keep referring to it's like a big running kind of line. I really don't care. I'm practically immortal because of the Jevil arm. There we go. Ralsa, you did the finishing blow up. Alright. Okay, anyway, while this is playing out, What is like it came out at such a random time to me. It also has the connection of we know this is in some of like a parallel world. But what's really fascinating to me about this is Chris. While it is an anagram of Frisk, and they do look a little bit more like Kara in appearance, it could be like Kara, Frisk, Chris. That it could be like that. And what their significance, like a relation, is. Like, why do they become blue of all colors? Why do they change? And no one else seems to down here. Sorry, I keep moving and like pulling my headphone out somewhat with my head. All right. So yeah, I'm just okay. That headphone thing's gonna be there for a while, or just if I, yeah, I could have just done that. Let me make sure the stream's running fine. All right. And Chris is weirdly like Frisk in that they have a pre-described personality, but not their own personality. Like they don't demonstrate the personality. They seem to be childish, immature, like kind of a troublemaker is what their surface like descriptions seem to be. Uh, and that's just interesting to me. Like why they don't demonstrate any of this. Like they still don't have any dialogue. And the narrator's still here, which is the fascinating thing. Because it was always on some level of narrator to be a character, even if Kara in the first game, they still seem to be a character. Which is what's but there's just so much. There's also this locked door thing that has gaster sounds in like near it if you like modify the tones. Has this all been captured? Crap, I think I've been on the wrong channel this whole time. Well, then I was just ranting and nothing happened, I guess. Anyway, I won't talk about the presentation of this game because I just ranted a bunch to myself, I think, about nothing. My little theories. But the presentation is what's interesting to me. It's just so much a better Undertale. It's when you go to the world of Deltarune, the dark world, the Darkness Land, whatever. It's all like glorified of what I think Undertale was kind of like in Toge's head, or how he envisioned it. And that's what's fun about it. It's what's so cool about it to me. It's like it was kind of what Undertale was meant to be. Of course, I've got no real world evidence to prove this is what he was intending. It just feels that way to me. It's something like Undertale kind of felt a little mixed in its art style. Some parts looked like they belonged on the SNES, some parts looked like they belonged on the Atari. And that was overall fascinating to me. Not fascinating, it was just kind of like, huh? It was weird to me, is what I more meant. Yet, Deltarune has a kind of more clear or finalized style to everything. It feels a bit more like late NES or early SNES in graphics. Like I could put Chris's Deltarune sprite next to NES and be like, "Yep, this was the same console." And also just like the way the combat worked was more fun and interesting. I just love that Jevil has like a bit of a voice to him, which was interesting in not Deltarune, Undertale. Whenever like a character would start to have a voice, but never like follow through on it really. Like Flowey had that one genocide line, and that was kind of it. But Jevil having like full on dialogue lines was really cool to me. The music, Jevil's theme is fun and it's great, but it doesn't feel like the rest of the game to me, which is my only problem with it. Actually, another thing about that's probably what's cool about it. Also, is that he's so far in the game that even his music doesn't feel like it fits in with anything else. It feels so much like an actual like song rather than a video game theme, which is kind of the fundamental difference to me. It feels like it was just kind of like silly thing that he made up and then put it in Deltarune to feel like it didn't belong, which it doesn't, and that's great. It's not my favorite theme. The world is revolving is what it's called. Field of Hope Dreams is also a great track. I can tell like he puts it like the name of it when you enter the Field of Hopes and Dreams, uh, which I love so much. It's like he knew this was one of the one people were going to remix day one, and it was in every way. Let me see what else was there. Oh yeah, versus Susie when Susie's attacking Lancer. That is by far my favorite track, just for some reason. I've been listening to the extended repeatedly. I kind of wish that was just Susie's default theme, rather than the slow build-up one, or at least those two are a bit more connected because it's like the same general notes, but it was just kind of a little over the top and cheesy to me. Their main theme not really. It's a little bit cheesy. It was a little too for me. I'm like, okay, come on, make it a little bit more subtle that they're evil. Uh, the fact that he signifies the telephone not working or the cell phone not working in this game by Gaster sounds. He could have just put static or just said it's not working like an Undertale, but he chose Gaster sounds and that one house kind of bunker underground door thing. The sounds around it, which I didn't really explore much. If you modify the pitch, they are Gaster sounds. So there's a lot of subtle Gaster imagery if you put in your name as Gaster, it crashes. Or restarts, one of the two. It goes back and forth. Like if you name the vessel Gaster, it crashes. If you name yourself Gaster, it restarts. And the whole opening of you don't have like the whole theme of this game is you don't have a choice, but even if you did, it doesn't matter which way you go. Like you need a bit of, because Chris himself is a balance. They're both they're not really aggressive or pacifistic. They can be either. They are that leader aspect. I'll say is kind, but he's naive kindness. He believes literally anything can be solved with kindness, which obviously isn't true. I can't just yell at Hitler, "Be nice," and it's not going to change anything. And of course, Suze is the exact opposite. They are kill everything with fire, or rather, a glowing magical axe. That's just like I love the theme of none of the extremes are necessary. Like none of the extremes are good. Which was a better message than Undertale, which is kind of be good or else don't. I guess. I feel like the Genocide Run needed a bit more balancing. Like I wish you could fight the entirety of an area at once. Like once you got the hotland instead of grinding around in a corner. That might have been hard to program, but it would also make it more difficult. It would make the difficulty curve make sense. It would also be more interesting. It would create more uniqueness, but it didn't happen. And this one has to be like against choices because it's a multi-parter, and if you have too much choice in in one area, it changes. It kind of makes it hard to develop the later parts because then they have to intersect somehow, and it's weird. Now, here's also the strangest thing about this. This is called Survey Program, and the opening is you choosing your character. So I'm wondering if Toby's looking at the gameplay of it online to change stuff. There was also an embargo on playing the game, like streaming the game, kind of. Like Toby himself said, don't play this game until like a day after it comes out. Or don't stream this game until a day after it comes out. Which is the most interesting thing. Like I'm guessing he wanted people to play it first before streaming it. Or before watching live streams like Undertale. Totally understandable. That's the most logical explanation. It might have been some other reason. Maybe Santa's Nest. That theory is a bit of an underrated. It's an interesting theory. Like, oh, Undertale might be connected. It was just taken to a dumb extreme. Like, Santa's Nest. Very little. It wasn't. You can totally tell he was worried people weren't getting what he was saying, because that one concept was what everyone makes fun of. But that was like 2% of the video. And you can clearly tell he was very more cautious after that video, because the next time he did Undertale, the next true time he did Undertale, with the 3-part Gaster thing, he went to painstaking detail to make sure you knew every single part of this theory. And people were like, "Oh, why did it have to be a 3-part series?" Because goddamn, people got upset when he didn't explain the Santa's Nest thing enough. So it goes back and forth there. I'm just really interested to see how this is going to play. It's going to be a few years, so maybe when I actually have people watching the stream regularly, that's probably by this time Deltarune Part 2 will come out. I'm sure he doesn't need to do a fundraiser at this point. Goddamn, Undertale made so much. It was like a $5 game too, and yet it made so much money. I'm trying to think. anything else I want to say? I think that's it. I'll see everyone later, I guess. Hope you had fun. Only subscribe if you really think this is something you want to watch. Put a dislike because goddamn break the system. That'll be our little in joke. That's it. Screw the note.